Yes, here we go. Very good evening to all of you. Welcome to the talk number 66. I'm so pleased to introduce to all of us today Indrani Mukherjee, who is the founder of manufacturing startup on bamboo based in Bangalore. It's called Furn Bambu. Um, Indrani Mukherjee's contact I got through after reading up some interesting news item about the use of bamboo as a core material for the Terminal 2 of the Bangalore International Airport, which got launched a few months ago. There has been a tremendous attention and also uh, accolades that Indrani Mukherjee and her team had received for having done something so extensively, so huge for the first time in India. So after that, hearing that, I approached Indrani and then kind of requested her if she can share some insights about the way this project came about. And she was so forthcoming and so excited to do this for us. Indrani is a structural engineer. She has been a project manager. She has she has worked with major construction projects all her life until this bamboo passion struck her. And she actually approaches bamboo very differently. Bamboo, as we know, or as I know, probably is about bamboo, use of bamboo in making products and artifacts and all that. But Indrani approaches from a totally different dimension. She actually believes and firmly thinks that bamboo actually, the engineered bamboo, which she's going to talk about, she makes a case for that to become a uh, very very resourceful material that can provide an alternate to conventional structural systems as an infrastructure material. So she feels that the flexibility and the strength that the engineered bamboo offers is extremely comparable to conventional structural systems, and more so the fact that there are additional qualities in terms of the engineered bamboo being more friendly, and the kind of recyclability, reusability that it has, what she calls as from cradle to grave use of the material. So I don't want to talk too much about what she is going to speak, but just to give the background to the audience here, that she comes from a pure structural background, an engineering background, but she has had a chance to work with designers, put her passion to purpose. And very interestingly, the last assignment that is currently working on with the Bangalore International Airport, she had a chance to work with architects from US who have been who are the commissioned architects of the project, and she has gone through some extensive scrutiny and tests before this project was awarded to her in terms of her capability and the skills that she and her team could put together to make a product and a structure which is of international excellence. So with that, I would hand over the session to Indrani, and I hope we'll have some great insights in the session. Thank you. Over to Indrani.
Thank you, Mr. Ravi, for your great introduction. Good evening, everyone. At the same time, good morning. I have been informed that today's participants are from different parts of the world. So once again, I would like to thank IDC Talks for inviting me as a speaker for your event called Design Talk. I think my number is 66. I'm very fortunate to be a speaker in this forum. So as my topic, no more bamboozling. Bamboozling means it's not true, it's not real, but bamboo as well as the engineered bamboo, both are real. So today I'm going to talk about the role of engineered bamboo in the infrastructure projects. Whatever I will be talking today, based on my knowledge, my understanding, and my experiences working with this product or this engineered bamboo. Before I commence my presentation, I would like to tell all the participants, as a designer, as an engineer, as an architect, we all should work in tandem with nature. we should look for alternatives because time has come. So we look for alternative materials in infrastructure project, or we design any products, anything. Alternative material is the need of the hour. So engineered bamboo is one of the alternate material which can be vastly used in the infrastructure project. I would like to add few points about my experiences, my career. I'm a civil engineer and did my post-graduation in project management. But my career started in a GIS-based organization out in Bangalore. We used to work with Arc Info, Map Info in a geospatial space. So that was much prior to the launch of Google Maps. I was also a project officer for a very prestigious UNICEF project, and I used to work closely with Department of Architectural and Regional Planning, IIT Kharagpur. As a structural designer, I have designed numerous RCC structures in the seismic zone. But in the 2011-12, me and my partner, Mr. Samrat Saha, we decided to go for this entrepreneurial journey with this unconventional material. And this is quite challenging. 2016, we launched our startup called Furn Bambu Private Limited. We are into two verticals. One is home and kitchenware, where we manufacture all bamboo and wood-based value-added products. And another vertical is application of engineered bamboo in infrastructure projects and buildings and construction. So let me start with my presentation. Role of engineered bamboo in the infrastructure project. So my first slide is a graph, and it is mentioned giant grass. Yes, as most of you are aware that bamboo is the most fastest growing plant on earth. If you see the graph, you will see that within 36 days, this bamboo sapling will get a height of more than 6 meters in the y-axis. So it is the fastest growing, and we can call it as a giant grass. It is a proven fact that within an hour, it will reach 1.6 inch in its growth. 3 to 4 years, it will get its maturity, and it is good for any type of application, whether you take this bamboo for making handicrafts, for making housing, for fencing, any other things. So I would like to ask the participants, when you think of bamboo, what comes into your mind? Is it bamboo huts, or the bamboo handicrafts, or bamboo basket? Yes, it is the most common understanding about bamboo. Bamboo is livelihood for many communities across the globe because of its immense advantages over other plants and other wood. But today I will be talking more about bamboo, natural bamboo first, to be used in the building as a building material. So there are certain basic characteristics to use bamboo as a building material, and the primary advantage of using bamboo as a building material is renewable. You can find bamboo plantation everywhere, except I think Antarctica, Arctic, or maybe in some region in India, Kashmir. It is found everywhere. And as I have shown you, it is a grass, so it grows very fast. It's the fastest growing plant on earth. And lightweight. Since it's lightweight in nature, it is an ideal material for earthquake-prone region. In northeastern states, we can see that a lot of bamboo-made structure. Experiments has been carried out on bamboo-made structure by applying tectonic forces. It is found that bamboo structure can withstand before measuring 9 in the Richter scale. Some experiments were carried out in Central Power Research Institute along with IPRITI. They have conducted some plate tests. So it is evident that bamboo is very lightweight, and it is the best material for earthquake-prone regions. And bamboo is flexible. Bamboo in general, a flexible material Tests like bending stiffness on bamboo shows that it is more flexible, deformation, and large curvature winding, which is caused by the difference in microstructure between bamboo and wood. If we talk about flexibility, we have to talk about the modulus of rigidity. How much force can be applied on a material that it will bend, but it will not break? Structural investigation on the local bamboo in the state of Assam, that is called Bambusa tulda. We generally call in Assam, it is Jati bamboo. So these experiments were carried out in the IIT Guwahati Department of Mechanical Engineering. It is observed that the external fibers are made out of fine single fiber compared to middle and the internal fiber. So as a material, it is very strong, very compact, and it can be used for various structures as a building material. Now, strength to weight ratio. Bamboo poles, skunks, generation are being used for making small bridges, small buildings. We can find this bamboo structures in South Asian countries. We can find in Latin America. We can find in northeastern states. It is because it is having a very good mechanical properties. Tensile strength of bamboo is good due to its fiber composition. Tests were conducted on experiment basis on Bambusa tulda, that is the Jati bamboo which you find in the state of Assam. It shows that when you draw the stress-strain curve with the help of static tensile machine, external fibers having higher tensile strength value than the middle or the internal fiber. The test has also been carried out on the moisture absorption. It is found that the external fiber absorbs less moisture than the inside. So as a result, whenever bamboo gets rotten, the inside part gets rotten first. It is an ideal material, as I told earlier, for the low to medium low structure. But since it is flexible and its strength to weight ratio is good, I cannot say that you can directly compare it with steel. Steel modulus of, I think modulus of elasticity is around 29 million Pascal. So it is not comparable with bamboo as such, but its strength to weight ratio is very good. And sustainable, you can find anywhere, and it is the most renewable, it is most fastest growing, and it stands for sustainability. There are about 1,600 different species of bamboo, with each having their unique properties. Each species are having some qualities. Some are good in strength, their structural strength. Some are good in making application in handicrafts and other things. I think in India there are about 120 to 125 species which we get in India. So now I'm talking about engineered bamboo. What is engineered bamboo? It is also known as processed bamboo, when we are converting the natural bamboo into an engineered form. So generally, there are three types of engineered form of bamboo. One is the laminated form, or you can say the strip-based form. They are also known as panel boards or glue boards. In China, it is very common. Another engineered form are composite of rough strip when they are crushed together. They are known as strand woven boards. Then is flattened bamboo process board. All these engineering forms are based on the type of production technique what we apply in manufacturing. So in this slide, I have shown you three type of species which are available worldwide. One is Guadua, one is Moso, and one is Bambusa tulda. Guadua is the species you find in Latin America, in Colombia, you will find in Ecuador. What this North American companies started doing, they are using this Guadua to make what is called structural engineered bamboo. I will talk about this in my later slide, what is ACB, the structural engineered bamboo. The next one is Moso. It's the most common and vastly use bamboo in China to manufacture most of their engineering products. Whatever product you find in IKEA, bamboo-based utility products are made out of this species. Then Bambusa tulda, which is known as Jati bamboo in Assam. This is also an ideal bamboo for making strip-based board or the engineered boards. So now I'm giving you overview of how the process of getting an engineered bamboo, the process. It is a strip-based board for manufacturing a strip-based board. You have to length cross-cut it, you have to make the strips, you have to go for either 2-side planing, 4-side planing. Then again, you have to dry those bamboo strips and you have to select which one to be used. And then you have to go for carbonization. I don't know how many of you are aware of carbonization. Carbonization is a process where you remove the starch from the bamboo. Actually, bamboo is sweet. Actually, it has starch inside it. That makes it is very attractive to insects and borers. So you need to remove that. And for that, carbonization process has to be carried out. And it depends on number of hours. It can be 3 hours, it can be 4 hours. And this is also known as caramelization of bamboo. After this process, you have to apply the glue. Glue can be of various types, phenol formaldehyde or EPI and many others. After the proper application of the glue, you have to go for the hot pressing of that slag, what we have chosen. And then you get the end product which need to sanding and which need to size, and you get this engineered bamboo boards. Now you will ask me in terminal T2 why this is round, because from this sizing and sanding, they have converted into a round section based on some processes like lathe and others. So my topic comes to why engineered bamboo has been used in Kempegowda International Airport Terminal T2. As you all know, it is one of the most innovative airport of the world. It is terminal in a garden which spread across a space of 255,000 square meters. The architects and engineers initially thought to use natural bamboo poles for ceiling, column cladding, beams, railing, etc. As we discussed earlier, natural bamboo poles are having some advantages as well as some challenges in terms of uniformity, availability, treatment process, its appearance, standardization, life cycle. Measuring the performance of a natural bamboo is not an easy task. So after a lot of discussion, they went for the engineered bamboo. Skidmore, Owings and Merrill, New York, they are the principal architect of this project. They have chosen engineered bamboo because it is better than any tropical hardwood, non-renewable carbon-intensive material like PVC, metal, steel, aluminium. As it is the most innovative airport of the world, it is the amalgamation of contemporary design and celebrating the rich and the diverse culture of India. I don't know how many of you know that it is the largest airport building in the world who have been pre-certified as a LEED Platinum building. I think you know LEED stands for Leadership in Energy and Environmental Design Organization based out of USA. So why engineered bamboo? Because there are so many engineers and designer, planners, landscape architects around the globe were involved in this. They have chosen engineered bamboo because it is the most renewable alternative. As I have shown you earlier, so because this engineered form of bamboo is coming from the natural bamboo. So it is the most renewable material. And then I will talk about the other aspect of engineered bamboo, the environmental impact life cycle. When you do the processing or when you go for the manufacturing from raw bamboo to the engineered form, Bamboo in the plantation, bamboo in the forest area absorb carbon dioxide from the environment and it's stored in it. It is known as embodied carbon. This raw bamboo, when processed into the engineered form, the energy consumption in the whole process, from transportation, from use of machine, for raising application, it is 1,000 times lesser than any other products, any other non-renewable product. So this environmental impact life cycle shows us that from the harvesting of the bamboo to the end. Oh, now I have to tell you what is known as cradle to graveyard the concept. When you cut the bamboo, you process it, you have applied it, and it has got a life cycle because every product has got its own life cycle. Then what will happen after this life cycle is over? You can, this engineered bamboo can be biodegradable, or you can reuse as a fuel for you're running your boilers for the manufacturing process. These are known as biogenic carbon dioxide because carbon dioxide stored have been used for combustion. So you are no more dependent on the fossil fuels. So it is completing the full life cycle. And another very important aspect is climate change. Why we go for this alternative material in design, in application? As you all know, climate change is real. Air temperature on Earth have been rising since the Industrial Revolution. According to an ongoing analysis by NASA, the average global temperature on Earth has increased by at least 1.1 degrees centigrade since 1880. Global warming does not mean that temperature will rise everywhere at every time by same rate. For instance, exceptionally cold winter in one place might be balanced by the warmer winter in another parts of the world. While natural variability plays some part, but it is proven that human activities, particularly emission of heat-trapping greenhouse gases, are responsible for making our planet warmer. Human activities include mindless use of natural resources, fossil fuels. So now time has come to look for the alternatives, and engineered bamboo is an excellent example for this, for the application in infrastructure project, in buildings, etc. As you know, bamboo absorbs carbon dioxide from the atmosphere, and thus it is a carbon neutral, or you can say a carbon negative material, and it can be applied in various forms in infrastructure, in building, etc. So these are some picture of application of engineered bamboo in the terminal T2 Kempegowda International Airport. There are so many engineers, architects, structural engineers, designers are involved in the whole process. This bamboo actually has been used as a cladding material for roofing, for ceiling, for column, the handrails. Handrails are being done by us, and our workers are still working in Terminal T2. These bamboo, what you are seeing here in means Kempegowda International Airport, are known as bespoke bamboo. They convert to the National Building Code of India. They convert to the ISO standard. They convert to our Indian standard for preservation, for testing, for moisture content, for fire safety, for coatings, etc. It also convert to all the British standard and even ASTM, American Society for Testing and Materials, which include standard practice for installation of ceiling suspension system, for acoustical tile in panel area subject to earthquake ground motion. Majorly here, there are three types of the section has been used. One is 80 mm, another is 60 mm, and another is 40 mm. All are coated with a sealer coat, UV resistant coat, and most important, fire coating has been given. These are fire retardant engineered products. I don't know how many of you know that designers Sandeep, Khosla and Abu Jani are also there for making the interiors and other reflective. And today is the World Heritage Day. This airport, they have shown some artifacts, that sculpture, I think gold sculpture they have showcased. I don't know how many of you are aware today's World Heritage Day. This airport showcased the rich culture of India, especially Karnataka. These handrails are being done by us, and this is the ceiling. This is a system. It is a bamboo joinery system which has been used. So this is not Kempegowda International Airport. This is the other application. You can use as a rafter ceiling using engineered bamboo. You can use for facade. You can use for making your wall cladding, and so many numerous. So this is an alternative material. As a designer and as an architect, you can think of this, to how to apply this engineered bamboo in various infrastructure or building design. So any one of you knows about this structural engineered bamboo? This is the next generation material. These are the engineered bamboo which have been converted into a structural form. Structural form as a column, as a beam, as a glazing system for roof, facade, entrance, as well as curtain walls, float to ceiling frames. North America and some European nations, mid-sized industries are already doing a lot of research and development on this. Actually, they are talking about this mass timber concept. So they are coming with SEB, where they are using this engineered bamboo and converting it into a section. There's one company in North America. I was going through there some article and all. This is Renew Technologies. They are using Goa bamboo and they are converting into engineered bamboo, and then they are making this section as a column itself, as a beam, ceiling, and other materials. In India, I don't know when you are going to see this application, but it is the next generation material. Lot of technology being used. Robots are being used for cutting those beams. So it is the most promising material in future and the most renewable and environment friendly material. As you have seen, so many advantage of using engineered bamboo. Before I end my presentation, I have to show you our company location. It's in Bangalore location, and other is our site condition where our work is still going on in Kempegowda International Airport. We are working in tandem with L&T. They are the main contracting firm. So we are doing all the handrails in Bangalore International Airport. Then my final slide. Thank you very much, IDC Talks, for giving me the opportunity to give my understanding, my knowledge sharing on engineered bamboo and its application. Thank you.
Thank you, Indrani. You can stop sharing the presentation. You can stop sharing the presentation. We can start with our could actually, I know within whatever time that you had planned for, I think you utilized it pretty well. I'm sure there is a lot more that you would like to cover, but it will be good that you cover it through question and answers, because there are several in the audience who have some kind of a connection with bamboo as design students or as practitioners, and I'm sure that you'll have a lot of questions coming in from the forum. And I open the forum for questions, and please, those who have a question, please press the hand button so that I'm aware who is going. Yes, Prashant, go ahead. Go ahead, Prashant.
Yeah, hi, good evening. So this is Prashant here. Well, I have two questions, madam. First one is, more really in relation to the whole process of bamboo itself. I mean, you take a, I remember you had a slide there. So where you actually take, you mentioned about how we remove the, we carbonize it, and rather we remove the, the starch content of it and make it more this one. So it seems like a very natural product has to go through a very rigorous or a very intense industrial process to make it more usable, and something which we can put it in and use it in an application base. So somehow I don't know of the integrities of it, but it seems like somehow there is a very a deep change which it undergoes so that it becomes usable. So how much of it fits in this whole idea of environmentalism and things like that? I mean, this is a general question as such. That was first thing. And later on, perhaps you can also talk about what you do and with your company, because you also mentioned this interesting point about how you're being a consultant and as a as a service provider, as a professional, and then kind of getting into an entrepreneurship, and then trying to take bamboo as a material, and then trying to do. So what all your companies do? So there are two parts to this question. The second part you can obviously answer later, or if you can direct us to some website, that's also fine. But I'm more interested in the first part. Thank you.
So thank you, Prashant. So I don't know whether you have followed my presentation properly or not. So my main topic was that we were converting this natural bamboo into engineered form. Why? Why? Because natural bamboo as a material having some basic characteristics which are good for making some structure basis on the species you are choosing. But it is not good for this. It has got some disadvantages. To overcome these disadvantages, these engineers and scientists have developed this process bamboo so that for various reasons, for uniformity, for standardization, for knowing to measure the life cycle. And you have also asked me how it is environment friendly when you are converting into engineered form. Of course, when you are when you are producing any other non-renewable carbon-intensive material like steel or aluminium, etc., you are making use of lot of machines, and the energy consumption is huge. But in case of processed or the engineered bamboo, the energy consumption is extremely low. I have shown you in my slide. I don't know whether you have followed it or not. From the column, from the process, the machines the energy consumption is extremely low. There are various like slicing machine, then there is a hot press, then there is a carbonization method. Why we do? Because this is a disadvantage which will not give the life to the bamboo. So we are enhancing its value to form into it. As a designer, you might not like this because it is very uniform, very not very natural. But for if you see the long term, and if you are going to give the coating, it is becoming a fire retardant. So these are the various advantages of converting the natural bamboo into the processed bamboo or engineered form.
Thank you. It kind of answers in part. Sorry, I'll not take too much time. Two more follow-up questions. One is, I suppose in T2 BIAL, it is, it's a metal structure which is finished with bamboo, correct?
Yes, it is a cladding. Right. It is an ornamental use. Actually, I don't know many who is the ceiling ornamental use of bamboo, but not with the natural bamboo. As I have informed you in my slide, that initially the designers, they have come up with the natural bamboo, use of natural bamboo. It also looks nice, but it's a huge structure, so they cannot take on the risk of decay or maintenance and all. The maintenance or the life cycle is more in the engineered form. As well as it's a beautiful and innovative part, they have designed it, curated it, and even the ceiling. If you see the cutout and everything, the way they have designed it, it's fantastic. So it enhances the beauty.
Yeah. So, and most of this engineered bamboo, do we have facilities for production of these in India as well?
Yeah, it's a tough one, and diplomatically, if I speak, yeah, we have the potential, but challenge in the capacity building. So, not more than that. I will not comment on this.
I won't prod too much in that. Thank you for your time.
I think that means that Prashant, you can offline connect with her, and you will have
Yeah, that's fine. I'll do that. Yes.
all your questions answered more than what you need.
Thank you.
Yeah. Anybody has a question? Please, you can press the. Yeah. As we wait for questions to come, I have one, Indrani. Can you tell a little bit about the process of how was it working with those architects from US, and what did you go through? I mean, very briefly in terms of qualifying, because there were, I mean, I'm sure that there were other international global competitors who were also participating. So how did it happen, and what helped you get this?
Actually, when this all started in 2017 and 18, because there are a lot of this Bangalore International Airport Authority, so they have appointed SOM as the principal architect. So as I mentioned earlier, they were looking for sourcing from locally, because most of their vendors are from here. They have appointed many SMEs from Karnataka and India for application of other products, not bamboo. When they were exploring this bamboo, they have called not only us, they have called many other people, small, big, whoever are into this bamboo related. So, so, so they were asked. They even visited our facility, and they asked us whether you are capable of providing us with this bamboo, natural bamboo. That time it was natural bamboo, and we had a lot of meeting with Bile architects, with principal architects, with SOM New York, and so we whatever knowledge we had working with this natural bamboo, we shared with them and all. So later and on, after COVID and all, they went for this, giving the tenders and all, and they converted it into the engineered form application. Again they have called us when this has been we were one of the approved vendor, because they have asked us to show us how the joinery to be done if you use this bamboo, and how this can be used for the ceiling or the wall cladding, and we as a designer were able to showcase that, and they were very impressed. If you go through the BOQ or BILE, you will find us one of our their vendors' name will be there. So, but we had certain challenges, because we are a small enterprise. So, finally the full ceiling and rail beam, etc. Those work went to some Netherlands-based company, and railings they called us, and L&T were the contractors. So we have to follow some rules and regulation, and we got finally the order, and both for the supply of handrails and application, and still our work is going on, and we are very happy that at least Indian company got an opportunity, though maybe we are not that so big in terms of their capacity from other countries, but at least as an Indian company, we are very proud and happy that we got the opportunity to work here in this prestigious project.
Absolutely. I mean, that's really nice to know, and I'm sure that this project also will give you a lot more projects, because definitely people are going to ask who did this. We have two questions. One from Arun Katiar. You want to go online and ask the question, or I can read out the question that he has posted. He is asking any data available on the structural capacities of various varieties of bamboo.
See, as my knowledge, what I have found in IIT Guwahati, this some mechanical properties were on this bamboo satulda, what we call jati bamboos, like tensile strength, modulus of rigidity, modulus of elasticity, moisture content, They have conducted on the bamboo culm and those tests and stress strain curve on one of the species, not every. And yes, maybe in other institutions they might have done, or I don't know. I'm not aware. But from IIT Guwahati Department of Mechanical Engineering, I have found this data.
Okay, thank you. Nimish, you want to go?
Yes. Yeah. So actually, I was just curious because you mentioned this is used as a cladding material, and you also mentioned that there is some data that you have at IIT Kharagpur. But my question is that the load-bearing capacity of engineered bamboo. What is it, and how does it compare with concrete?
With concrete, you cannot compare with. I have some data related with steel. That also not comparable. Like you can convert pull your steel structure with this as engineered bamboo. But structural engineered bamboo, what they are doing in North American, European nation, yes, that very much they can replace. These are called mass timber. Like instead of wood, they are using bamboo to get its full strength, so they can be used as a column, as a beam. But here, which you are seeing in a cladding material, no, it is not comparable with steel. As I mentioned you that one of the data modulus of elasticity of steel is 29 million Pascal something, or here it will be hardly 2 to 4 million Pascal. So no, that way you cannot compare. But in future, it is coming. It is already some medium-sized industries are coming in. I think in China also they are doing a lot of R&D on this structural engineered bamboo column beam as a section.
Okay. So what is the essential difference between engineered and structural bamboo?
Engineered is like it can be in a boat form. You can use for cladding, roofing, ceiling, and all that. Since you asked me, whether I can add the load on it. If you add the load, then it acts as a structural form. It becomes a structure. It is no more a cladding material.
Okay. So the process of creation is completely different for both of these.
No, initially they also have to go for making it as an engineered form, and from engineer they are using a lot of technology which America is already having. I think European nations, some German company, they are also having, and they are then converting into this structural engineered form. This is somewhat similar to what they are coming up with called mass timber concept. Where they are no more using those RCC column and beam and nothing. So they are using this, they are bringing this section and using it as column, beam, everything, and the structure being built very quickly and very efficiently, energy savings and all.
Okay, got it. Yeah.
I have a question, Indrani. What about the skills required to work on this? Do we have capacity in India? How are you dealing with that challenge?
No, skill-wise means those people, because working with bamboo is very, very inherent quality of our artisans. They can work. So it's not a challenge that what engineered bamboo or the bamboo handrails which we are using in what you call in the airport. Our artisans who are working with bamboo for so many years, they can use. Yes, it is not as a regular carpenter might not be able to work on it. If you have to train them, but it's not very tough that they can't do it. You have to train them how to cut. It is a process, because if you cut a bamboo, there are some fibers or something is coming, what type of blades to be used, at what angle to be cut. These are the some nitty-gritty you have to tell them. And bamboo, this engineered form, you generally don't nails properly. You have to go for bolt and other method are there. So some training needed, but no, what I feel, our artisans are skilled enough to work on this engineered form also.
And that's interesting. And the bamboo that was, let us say, for this airport project, whatever engineered bamboo was used, how much of it came from outside? How much was internally sourced? Or all were sourced from outside?
It's a combination. So
Okay.
it's a combination of both.
Okay. And today who are the big producers of this engineered bamboo in the world across?
China.
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 Okay.
These Chinese people, they do every products out of bamboo,
Okay.
and
So
they have the latest.
they lead the market in this, is
Yeah,
it?
yeah. Now I know that's what that's when SCB, the structural engineered bamboo. That's why America and some European nation are working on it. So they
Okay.
have also challenged with China, say why they should be all the king of this bamboo sector.
Okay.
India also we have to work towards it.
Okay. But for that, I think there has to be more projects like the
And
airport
no,
project.
what I feel this is lack of awareness and no knowledge about this engineered form. Even architect, designer need to know how they can apply this engineered bamboo in various ways. So, and a lot of more research and development need to be done in premium institute like IITs and IISC. Funds should be infused because you need money for all this. No,
Absolutely.
as an entrepreneur, what we have done, we have learned on the process. So you should encourage entrepreneurship on this subject, and even I think venture capitalists should come forward and like that.
Understand. So the entire ecosystem has to evolve.
Yeah.
Probably now we can answer Prashant's question. He wanted to know about your organization, and probably in little more detail you can tell us about what happens in your organization, and probably Prashant has any more questions on that, we could take it now.
Oh, actually, Furn Bamboo Private Limited is into a manufacturing startup. We have two verticals. One, we are into kitchenware and all type of home and value-added products. So we manufacture here in India and we sell it in organized retail. Our products are available in DMart. Our products are available in Big Basket and other retail markets. And another part is we apply this engineered bamboo for various infrastructure projects in buildings. We are talking with many government organizations where they can apply this engineered form of bamboo. So these are the two verticals which we mainly work on into it, and still working. And in future, we might have our own more setup, more bigger industry on this.
And I'm sure any of us in this forum can visit your studio, firm, or manufacturing unit.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. It's in Banarghata Road, Bangalore. Please come. It's near Royal Meenakshi Mall. So please do visit our facility in Bangalore.
Wonderful.
And we have our one sister concern in the state of Tripura also. So,
Excellent. So there is Preetham who has got a question. Preetham, go ahead.
Hi, Indrani. Sorry, I just joined. I just saw a message, and that's why I found this thing. Um, the product that you used in Bangalore Airport, is this for the ceiling cladding system, the column cladding, the actual cladding, or this is the handrails that you're talking about?
you are asking me what we have done as our company has done?
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
our company, we have executed, we have supplied the materials for bamboo handrails, and also we have done the installation process for handrails. Still we are doing, and the cladding and the column and beams and other parts been gone to some Netherlands-based company. In India, from India, we are the only one bamboo-based company who got this work for handrails.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, great. I just wanted to say that your job on the handrail is pretty amazing. Um, I just wanted to congratulate you on that. I led the design of the airport, so I really found when I was there for the inauguration that it was a splendid job. And I did know that everything else, when it comes to the ceiling or the column or even the cladding, the exterior enclosure, the backup column also has bamboo in it. by the way, for everybody's sake, it was a lot of convincing the client that required to get us Bambu, because it wasn't a product that was used anywhere this extent, and the idea in the client's mind was, in India Bamboo meant it's a very temporary product and they didn't want to use it. And the sheer, whatever you explained about engineering Bamboo, very beautifully explained, thank you. It was really helpful. If you can even suggest to people that though this was not used structurally, that the engineering Bamboo that has a lot of strength, it can do a few things. And in your product, especially the one which was used on a handrail, it has an amazing finish. So thank you very much for it.
Thank you.
And I just go ahead and say that anybody who is on this call, if you can actually use Bamboo, it's even much better than using timber,
Yeah,
because
of
of the
course.
growth
Yeah, yeah,
the
yeah.
growth rate and its sustainability. It's so good. And you mentioned in the United States, I do work in New York, so we do use Bamboo for just floor finishes.
Oh,
Yes,
you're from the SOM architect
yes,
team?
yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Skidmore, Merrill, yeah.
Okay. So you know Kirtana?
Yes, Kirtan
Kirtana
Patel.
and I think this Peter, they visited our
Yes,
facility long
yes.
2018, 19. You were there that time?
Yes. I was there. I've been there visiting. I was there for the inauguration. Um,
Okay.
it's a fantastic job, whoever worked on this. So,
Initially, you people have designed it with natural bamboo, I suppose, na? So you were
the-
asking for what are the variety of species, types of
correct.
bamboo available in India and all.
And yes, and the point was, bamboo is available in India. You mentioned the point. All of the bamboo that you see in the airport, especially the ceiling and all, is actually sourced from China. And it's not because the bamboo could not be sourced. It was the engineering part of that bamboo putting together, because it's almost like making plywood. It's segments of bamboo that is cut together, and so that was the problem. But so eventually, though it's a very sustainable product, going from China to Europe and then coming to India, that route is not a very sustainable route. So if you can
So
actually
even
put that up in India,
no. In India, if it's coming from China to India, is not the transportation. Even if you compare with other material, the whole energy cycle, I
oh
think,
yes,
yeah, I think studies has been already uh, carried out.
no,
I
of
think
course,
you has. It is
of
much
course, but
lesser. Yeah.
yeah, but it would be even better if that
Of
manufacturing
course.
process is in
Yeah.
India.
Correct.
But that is the challenge, capacity building.
Absolutely.
But we have a question from Ramesh about timber versus engineered bamboo. How do the costs compare between these two, timber versus engineered bamboo?
It's not at par, it is bit at higher side. Only one sentence.
Good. I think we are coming to the close of the session. First of all, on behalf of all the participants here, I would like to thank Indrani for a excellent session, very informative, very insightful. I know that you had a hesitation of being a structural engineer, how you will communicate your ideas to the design community, but I think you did a fairly great job. I'm sure that a lot of us are going to look at bamboo very differently after this session. And
I think, no, I'd like to add here, like, I think Prashant asked me, why we should go for engineered form, because creative people, they don't like anything which is processed. They want it in a natural form.
correct.
So, but both are having some advantages and disadvantages.
Absolutely. So I'm sure we will actually you have created enough curiosity in us to go and be open to understanding and with a lot of curiosity looking at the application of bamboo and in whatever little ways we could participate in this application of this material that you are so fondly and passionately following. I'm sure that this session has been very, very useful in that sense. And with that, I would like to close the session and thank you very much. And I'm going to stop the recording and we could continue our chat once the recording is off.
Thank you very much, Mr. Ravi, for giving me this opportunity to speak on this subject. Thank you very much.